Another world above the majestic one below. Something hits you in the face. Well, not really hits, more like a soft caress. A wisp of cloud? You reach out to touch it. To your surprise, you can. You grasp the ethereal substance and blink slowly. You are literally holding a piece of cloud. You hear Twilight giggle softly, accompanied by the scratching of quill on parchment. She is still overly enjoying your little experience in this new world. Baffled by the solid cloud and the landscape alike, you do not even notice Rainbow sneaking up on you. You jump a little as suddenly her hooves are around your neck.
Come on, Anon, take a stroll with me.
She whispers in your ear, a bit sensual, a bit intense. It seems everyone around you right now are all fired up from this. Take a stroll? Rainbow lands on a nearby cloud, tapping it with her hoof and giving you another broad grin.
The clouds are fine. Magic makes them safe for you.
You pull a face and nod a few times. This cannot get any stranger. Might as well not question her words. You slowly get up from sitting in the basket and reach out towards the fluffy clouds. You expect your hand to push right through even the thickest cloud. The little wisp that hit you in the face earlier, already forgotten. Your hand goes into the cloud, then stops. It feels like nothing you've ever touched before. Spongy, yet light. You manage one more thought before coaxing yourself out of the basket. If I fall to my death now, at least I've experienced more than any man alive. You stumble, fall forward on hands and knees. Twilight gasps. Rainbow laughs. You look up and open your firmly shut eyes, blinking once. Directly before you stands Dash, triumphant look on her face. She jumps up, flies around you, and then settles down by your side. You shift and sit down on the strange floor of cloud. A deep breath and another glance around. You are like a baby animal, seeing the world for the first time. Amazing! You croak out the single word. Twilight is scribbling furiously. You are rather sure she's even noted that word. Rainbow circles you slowly and gives Twilight a glance every few steps. The purple unicorn does not seem very good with taking any kinds of hints. Finally, Rainbow simply stops, turns her head, and speaks.
We're going now, Twilight, to my place.
Twilight looks from you to her research, back to you, and finally glances over a slightly annoyed-looking Rainbow.
Oh, right, if you are experiencing any difficulties walking on clouds or the likes, be sure to have a strong flyer nearby and contact me as soon as possible.
You smile at Twilight's words and look to Rainbow. A strong flyer, check. You will keep me from falling to my death, right? Dash glares at you. She looks to the side, breathing in deep through her nostrils. She then fixes her big, beautiful eyes back on you. She has put on a brave face yet again.
So don't be a killjoy, Anon. There's so much for you to see up here.
You reach out to embrace Dash as Twilight starts drifting down through the clouds, still scribbling notes. Rainbow Dash leans against you for a good long while. You look around the cloudy landscape again and again. This is like the most vivid dream you've ever had. Probably because it's real. You take Rainbow's hoof off your hand and take a few trying steps out into the fairly firm yet hard to navigate cloud. She follows closely, smiling while keeping an eye on you, reveling in the enjoyment of seeing you walk like a little baby. The stars above, serene silence, and Rainbow's sweet warmth so close. You both walk for some time. There's little change in the landscape. You begin to think this is how the entire cloudland looks. Then suddenly it appears, a free-floating city hewn from the puffy landscape itself. Glittering rainbows surround it. Gushing streams of crystal-clear water flow out to disappear into the clouds and sky alike. There are lights of every color lighting the columned layers of the streets of the majestic city. It looks like something out of a dream, just as everything else up here. Rainbow looks utterly satisfied at your reaction to seeing her city. She tugs you along, up a path that would appear not to exist until you two step on it. Up a cloudy hill, far, far up to a vaporous peak. Finally up on the crest of the cloud wave, Rainbow lets out a little sigh.
So much easier flying here. I almost got winded climbing like that.
You buckle your body to catch your breath and then give the sky blue Pegasus a "No, really?" look. She simply answers with a grin and pulls you along once more. A short stroll further, you find a slightly elevated ledge near the edge of the cloud cliff. Sitting on it is very comfortable, like sinking into a soft pile of, well, something very soft. You pull Rainbow down as you sit. She lands prostrate across your lap. This comes along with an adorable giggle. She shifts to get up and bring her face closer to yours.
A hassle to get here, but isn't it worth it?
She whispers the words and creeps closer with every word. The final one is but a breath in your ear. Instead of answering with words, you simply turn to her and search for her lips with yours. She accepts the kiss, perhaps even a bit greedily, like she has been waiting for just that to happen in this particular place. You do understand if that is indeed the case. An eternity later, you both break away from the kiss. She cuddles up in your lap and gazes out over her city, her sky. You tear your eyes away from her to look out as well. I can't believe it's real. You glance back to her. Then again, I can't believe you're real either. Rainbow laughs softly and puts her forelegs around your neck.
I'm here. I'm real.
She looks at you through her eyelashes and nuzzles her face against yours, not unlike a cuddling cat. You breathe deep in her scent, along with the soft breeze amongst the cloud. It is an intoxicating perfume of the gods. The endlessness above, the endlessness around, it is hypnotizing. You realize how tired you are when you start rocking off to a hazy sleep with the moon winds and flash of brilliant stars. Rainbow's warmth and slight weight against you is just comfort that makes sleep come quicker. Your head drops, and you snap back into a semi-awake state. Rainbow? She hums softly, apparently also lost in the cosmic drowsiness. Let's go check out your home before we fall asleep here. She groans and drags herself up from the brink of sleep, sits up, stretches, and gives you a single nod. Only moments later, you are painstakingly making your way down the spongy slope. You thought downwards would be easier than the climb up, but you were wrong. Unsure footing and tired mind alike almost has you slipping multiple times. Well down on more level ground, your stride quickly increases in speed. Rainbow flies a bit ahead, guiding the way, and now looking rather awake as she excited about the prospect of getting a bit of shut-eye along with you in her own bed. Walking on clouds, your head swimming in stars. This place looks and feels like time warps around you for every step, every wing beat. You come to think of how strange tonight has been. You ponder odd little things like, how come Pegasi can walk on clouds without magic, yet everyone else needs some kind of aid? More bothersome thoughts, like the fact that your cloud walking isn't permanent, also enters your mind. You try your best to dispel them with the warm feelings and thoughts of cuddling up with Dash as soon as the endless slog across the moon fields comes to an end. You snicker dumbly to yourself as twilight enters your mind as well. Wonder what she would ever do with that seemingly pointless data about you taking a few wobbly steps on clouds. Ahead of you, Rainbow's flight pattern seems to sag. She soon settles down and matches steps with you, grasping your arm as you begin to ascend a soft slope up to the civilization between the clouds. Columns, giant pillars of solid cloud that look like they have been chiseled from white rock soon surround you two. The dancing lights you saw from the distance now shimmer together, casting multicolored shadows in each direction, shifting and dancing just like the vapor of the clouds. It is all a very, very mind-boggling experience for someone as tired as you. One last burst of energy. Rainbow leads you across the narrow streets, great open squares, and between the many levels of Cloudsdale. Finally, after coming across almost no other ponies, you find yourself on what looks like the living quarters. Here there's a bit of merriment. You hear muffled music from somewhere, and there are a few Pegasi flitting back and forth in the dim light. Rainbow shoves the door open and steps in through a short, narrow hallway. You follow as close as ever, and soon stand before the strangest room you've ever seen. Mouth agape, you scan from left to right, right to left, with tired eyes, as open as you can keep them. The place isn't much special, the usual things you would expect from someone's home. It is just that the room itself is made out of cloud. At least, that's what it looks like. Great open archways give a spectacular view of the night sky or lead to other unknown parts of the home. Rainbow clearly isn't going to give you the grand tour, as she just tugs you along towards another door. Entering, you find yourself in her bedroom. It is delightfully messy and well decorated with posters, trophies, and medals. All manners of different souvenirs from near and far. Pictures of her and her friends. To top it all off, there is a bed. A real bed, not one made from cloud. She sees you stare at the bed in disbelief and saunters over to pat it with a hoof, grinning to you.
I know it looks like an illusion right now, but yeah, that's a real bed. A pain to keep the thing in the air, but worth it for epic sleeping.
All you can do is nod as you stagger forward. You drop onto the bed, face first, and kick off your shoes the first chance you get. Rainbow sits down beside you and pokes you lightly.
So, how about that t-shirt now?
And that, my friends, is build-up. Then there's gonna be a little bit